Hi guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we solve the problem of smallest window containing 0, 1 and 2 given a string as consisting only of the characters 0, 1 and 2. Determine the length of the smallest substring that contains all three characters at least once, right? At least once. So if no such substring exists, return 1 minus 1. So there is a string as we have 0 1 or the 1 0 2 1 2 means we have to find the smallest sub array where we can get the 0 1 and 2, and in that the smallest sub array is 3. Why? Because 0 1 0 2 I got this, and here I didn't get the 0, so for that reason there is a minus 1, right? So in that we just have to find the smallest window containing 0 1 and 2. We need to find the smallest minimum length substring that contains all three characters at least once, correct? So in that problem we just have to find the, like I just explained the example, right? The example is we have the this one, we just take this, right? Now I just check, we have 102, in that length is 3, right? And in that we have the all the three elements. Now 0 to 1 also, in that length is 3. Again 1 0 to 1, again here is length 3. Now if any one character among 0 1 2 is missing, answer is minus 1, correct? Now see what happening there means, generate what is the first approach? Generate every possible substring, right? We try to generate every possible substring and check whether it contains 0 1 2. For every starting index I, we try every ending index j. For each substring s of I, j, check if all the three characters are present, right? 3 time complexity, there are around n into n substring. Checking each substring can take order of n if done separately. How to separately? Like there are means I just do for each substring I to j, check if there is three character string. I just explain through the writing the code, right? And then you are the very easy to understand. Int n is equal to s dot size, right? Now int answer is equal to int max, right? Now for int I is equal to 0, I greater than is equal to n, and I plus plus, correct? Now for int j is equal to I and j greater than is equal to n and j plus plus, right? Now we just have to start from the to loop. Now very simple, let's start bool has 0 is equal to, first is false. Now bool has 1 is equal to false. Now bool has 2 is equal to false, right? Now for int k is equal to I to k greater than is equal to j and k plus plus, right? Now here we have to for delay, if int k if not if s of k is equal to 0 means has 0 is equal to true. मतलब we just have to found if else if s of k is equal to 1 means has 1 is equal to true. Now else if s of k is equal to 2 has 2 is equal to true, right? Now without any further delay, without any something, we just have to check if has 0 and has 1 and has 2. If we have this, then answer is equal to mean of just finding the answer to what is the formula, j minus I plus 1, right? Then at the end we just have to write the return the minimum one. Answer is equal to int max, otherwise minus 1, else have written the answer only. Now check, it is the problem is answer was not declared. Why? Oh, sorry, my bad. The problem is not passed all the test cases. Okay, I just check again. Like I just start the as dot size int max 0, right, and correct. For j is equal to n, that is also correct. Now has 0 is equal to false, has 1 is equal to false. Now k is equal to I to k is equal to j and k plus plus. If s of k is equal to 0, has 0 is equal to true. Else if sk is equal to 1, has k is equal to a and 2 is equal to a. Now has 0 and has 1 and has 2. If answer is equal to answer minus j minus, right, j minus I plus 1, and then answer is equal to that, my bad. That's why I am saying whenever you write the code, at least at the end you can check is there any error. So that is the brute force approach, so it will take a lot of time, so it will not pass the test cases, all the test cases. Now I just go on the better approach. What is the better approach having, what you can use to the better approaching? So in that the better approach, I just use the instead of checking every substring again and again from scratch, we can maintain the count of, yes, we can maintain the count of 0 1 and 2 while extending the substring, right? When at the in the brute force I just check all the conditions, but in a better approach, what I can do, I just do again again check the all string from the scratch. I just maintain the count of 0 1 and 2 while extending the substring. For every starting index I will move j from 0 to n minus 1, correct? As soon as current substring contains all three characters, we update the answer, correct? Like I will explain this as a, so this one we just take this one, right? Now here, now think like j is equal to, if 0, right, if 0 means we have 1. Now j is equal to 1 means we have the 1 0. Now j is equal to 2 means we have the contains 0 1 and 2. Answer is equal to 3. That is the very simple, right? This is a very simple. Now further extension will only increase the length, so we can break, right? This is the approach in a better approach. So in that the time composition is only for order n square, but in the brute force approach the time was order of n cube, right? So I just optimize this. Now I just write the code, right? Little bit changes here. Int, why I just erase all the thing, because I have to write the same thing a lot of time, all the time. Okay, so int answer is equal to int max, right? Now for int I is equal to 0, I greater than is equal to n and I plus plus. Now int count 0 is equal to 0, int count 1 is equal to 0, and int count 2 is equal to also 0. Now let's start the one loop. For int j is equal to I to j greater than of n and j plus plus. Now I just have to check if s of j is equal to 0, then count 0 plus plus. Else if s of j is equal to 1, count 1 plus plus. Now else if s of j is equal to 2, then count 2 plus plus. Right. Now run furtherly. If count 0 greater than of 0, right, and count 1 greater than of 0, and count 2 greater than is equal to 0, then there is a simple and very answer is equal to mean of answer dot j minus I plus 1, and then break, and then return answer is equal to int max and minus 1 2, same thing is answer. This is the better approach. Now see, there is any problem. Oh, again problem. Oh shit, my bad. Now in the better approach you will pass or not? Yeah, it will pass, but not all passed. So I will go on the optimal approach. What is the optimal approach? What do you think when you have to, whenever we just have to found the sub array, what we can use? Two things. Up sliding window, only sliding window. Use sliding window techniques. We maintain a window using two pointers, left and right. We expand the window by moving right. Whenever the current window contains all three characters, we try to shrink if it from the left to get the smallest possible valid substring. Right. Now you can think why use the sliding window works. Now I will answer why this. Because we need the smallest substring that contains 0, 1, 2. All characters are positive requirements. Once a window becomes valid, increase it for the unnecessary unless we shrink it first. Move. So what we do? We do move right and include characters. If window contains all three characters, update answer. Move left to shrink the window. Continue until right reaches end. Right. So this is. So finally, I just write the code and explain the approaches, and after the writing the code, you will definitely understand this, right? Again, int n is equal to s dot size, and here I just found the int count 0 is equal to 0, int count we can do here count 1 is equal to 0, and count 2 is equal to 0. Right. Now int left is equal to 0, int answer is equal to int max. For int right is equal to 0, right is equal to n, and right plus plus. Right. Why this is? Because I start from this to till the end. If right as of right is equal to 0, 0, then count 0 plus plus. Else if as of right is equal to 1, then count 1 plus plus. Now else if as of right is equal to 2 count 2 plus plus, right? Now while count 0 greater than or equal to 0 and count 1 greater than is equal to 0 and count 2 greater than is equal to 0, right? So in that, answer is equal to mean of answer dot right minus left plus 1. If s dot left is equal to 0, then count minus minus, else if simple the same thing I do here for the s dot left is equal to 1 1, then count 1 minus minus. Now else if s dot left is equal to 2, count 2 minus minus, right? Now the left minus minus and return answer is equal to int max 2 minus 1, otherwise answer not answer. So this is, now I just see it will done or not. Oh, yeah, it will pass the test cases. Now it will submit it. Wrong answer, possible your code does not work correctly in multiple test cases. It will not. So I just see what is the problem having there. On left is equal to 0, on right and here, and count 1 2 3, right? Again there is a starting from the 0 to n, right left right, and this 0, and else if this while 0 greater than is equal to count greater than is equal to 1, this that is the correct one. Mean is equal to answer of right minus left plus 1, that is also fine. If s left is equal to this is 0 1, also right, that is also right. Oh, that is a minus left minus minus, but I have to left plus plus. Now so in that the time complexity is order of n and space is order of 1. Why you will taking this much time? Submitted this, yeah, it will pass the test cases. So thank you for staying till the end. And in that the time complexity is order of n and the space is order of 1. So thank you for staying till the end, and please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.